Bridburg from the Boston Literary Cultural District.
So I need notes because we have a brand new director. Her name is Kit Haggard. She's downstairs. And I have not been running the district, so I have to rely on notes from others. But one of the big aims of the literary district is to raise the profile of the literary arts in Boston and to also increase engagement. It's also, when we thought about ways, really fun, interesting ways to do that, we also thought about the fact that Boston's kind of conservative and a little bit shut down, and we wanted to do something that was sort of weird and fun. So we looked to San Francisco for inspiration. The Lit Crawl. How many of you know about the Lit Crawl in San Francisco? It started in 2004. It's this incredible literary festival, and what they do is really different events. It's not like a reading where an author's there with a book. They pair authors, musicians, artists, and then they put them in shoe factories or hair salons to really create an interesting night that's unexpected, that draws in other than the usual suspects who might go to a bookstore to attend a reading. It's very fun. There's usually free wine and beer involved, which helps. So as a district, we were able to pull that off. It was a big night. We pulled it off for the first time in 2016. We took over a whole section of Newberry Street and put on 15 different events. We did things such as, we had a virtual tour of Boston through the lens of David Foster Wallace's Infinite Jest, an entirely improvised show in the style of Jane Austen at the Fry Bookstore. We had an Edgar Allan Poe reading in the cemetery at 10 o'clock with lanterns. And we did a James Joyce dramatization in a hat shop. One of the things we love to try and do is make literature and the narrative arts accessible to everyone, and I don't think there's anything that a dramatization in a shoe store, it's the perfect way to make James Joyce a little less intimidating for most people. So we had a great first year in 2016. In 2017, we did it again. We built on the relationships we had formed in that first year. We were able to work with theater companies, musicians. We worked in a furniture retailer store, Room and Board. Pangyris, a relatively new publication, put on a food-themed event in the Newsfeed Cafe. They created the menu to complement the readings we were hearing. I went to that one, got French fries. It was so fun. Okay, all right. So anyway, in short, we are now doing this next spring. We're expanding it to 3 days. It's been wildly successful because it's very fun, it's accessible, hugely collaborative. It brings up in a variety of organizations, not just literary organizations and arts organizations, but businesses, entrepreneurs. We can bring in big names and have them do fun things, and it just introduces books, literature, and narrative to whole new audiences, so that's why we love it.